¡Ey! Vamos a Naxa. No hace mucho.
I'm back here again.
Los ancianos.
I remember this dream.
Ah, no.
This realm is covered in a silk-like fog, and the land is barren and harsh. The crowd of travelers leaves tracks everywhere.
Hey! Excuse me! What is this place? Where in Anforius are we?
Tía, no le había oído yo a Naxa en inglés. Me gusta mucho, tú, el tono.
The mutters of the traveler are in a language I'm unable to comprehend. Or perhaps they're just distracted and ignored my question.
Hostia, no le había oído en inglés. Está muy chula.
Tell me, which Titan reigns over this land? And how do I find them?
Thanatos. Le digo, o sea, tiene ese tono arrogante.
Hand of Shadow.
Claro, él está muerto.
Hand of Shadow Thanatos. Could this possibly be the Netherrealm?
Not Netherrealm.
Then where is this? River of Souls? The outskirts of the Netherrealm? Are you heading downstream toward the Netherrealm?
The Netherrealm.
No es más que una
Nothing
ilusión.
but an illusion. Titan rejects you, me.
Titanes, en plural. No el titán, titanes.
Listen.
What? The traveler lifts their wrinkled fingers and remains silent. I look in the direction they are pointing and listen closely. There. A massive shadow brought the sound of rushing tides.
Sonido de la marea.
The sound of tides. I can hear it. I hear it, deep within the tides, beyond the closed gates of the void world. A voice, about to recount something.
Child of humanity,
Cerces.
is it death's embrace you yearn for with such urgency?
Esta es Cerces, ¿no? La titán. Ahí está.
Oh, you have awoken. Welcome back to the mortal realm.
Hostia, también la de Cerces mola mucho la voz, ¿eh?
Your consciousness is dissipating much faster than I expected. Ultimately, it seems like the Titan's core flame is incompatible with a mortal body.
How much longer can my consciousness remain in the mortal realm?
In my estimation, at best, you'll see 15 more entry
Hostia, qué
hours.
casualidad. El mismo tiempo que nos ha dado a nosotros Ornix.
15 days and nights.
What is it? Are you finally starting to become attached to the mortal world now?
On the contrary, 15 days feels a little too long for solving a singular problem. Stop giggling. It's time for us to go. The messenger from the Council of Elders is almost here.
Let me ask you one more question. Are you really planning to betray
ya ha dudado un poquito, ¿no?
Aglaya's will?
What betrayal is there to speak of when I was never loyal to her to begin with?
What about that white-haired student of yours? Acting so recklessly, do you not care about what might happen to him?
There will be a price to pay for blind faith. This is also a lesson for Finan.
You truly are a strict teacher.
Of course.
Pero...
This is how I've always been.
Vamos con nuestro equipo. ¿No tendríamos que ir con Anaxa? O sea, ¿no tendríamos que ir con Anaxa, supuestamente? Ahora es esta parte de aquí, ¿no? Ahora aquí podemos cambiar. Vamos, supuestamente siempre te han puesto al personaje...
Sorry to keep you waiting, Lord Inexagaris.
What the fuck? ¿Es un robot?
It's been a while, Lord
What the fuck?
Inexagaris. I greet you on behalf of all the citizens of Akima and express my deepest regret about what happened at the Grove of Epiphany.
What?
It's you. I never expected that you would personally come and meet me.
¿Es una persona o qué coño es él?
By
Hostia, aquí se han
carefully
superpuesto un poco esto,
intermented above, I have come as a testament to the justice of the Council of Elders.
There are Antikytherans here? They have been a rare sight ever since the Chrysos War.
Anticiteranos.
I extend to you my utmost respect, revered Titan.
Anticiteranos, what?
I am Lycurgus, though you may call me Lygus, holding an honorary position within the Council of Elders
Pero son
in
robots, tú,
Akima,
cojones.
and as the Theoros, I stand to protect the right of all upright citizens to express themselves freely.
You can see them too?
You know about us. We Antikytherans perceive the world through the amplitude and frequency of souls.
Que por la puta
Just as
cara
I
te
am
meten esto de
conscious that
repente,
Lady
¿no?
Aglaya is secretly listening in on our private meeting from afar. If necessary, Lord Inexagaris, I can sever the golden thread to protect your fundamental rights.
The demigod should know better, for such is her station. Spare those poor threats, and just let her listen to my words. They shall serve only to unveil her own folly.
May I interpret this as you having a countermeasure?
Hostia, esa es...
I
O sea, me
need
acaban de
not any
explotar la
plan,
cabeza ahora mismo.
because she can do nothing other than petty espionage. As the Citizens' Assembly approaches, and with Orynyx's fall, any attempt to capture the core flame within me will only usher chaos and calamity. A truth she undoubtedly comprehends. While I, Inexagaris, serving as the Grove's special envoy to
Bueno,
Akima's Citizens'
enviado
Assembly,
especial, como el único
have
superviviente
long known
realmente.
the extent of your abilities. Let's forego the formality of asserting authority, Lord Lygus. Lead the way.
Very well.
Madre mía,
Surely
está grande la
Council
perra.
appreciate such assertiveness in an ally. She's been waiting. Follow me, please.
No me fío ni un pelo. O sea, hay algo en él que no me convence, ¿eh?
Is there something on your mind, Lord Inexagaris?
Nothing, really. It's just a question that I contemplate every time before I ascend to Dawncloud. For the Titans, does the falling equate to death?
Ah, a pondering truly deep. Time is on our side. Do you mind sharing your reflections with me?
While all living beings must ultimately face their demise, Kefali has yet to meet theirs. Their journey continues unhurriedly along this long path.
Are you suggesting that Kefali may not have truly passed?
Yes, for dying implies an ongoing process, an action, whereas death signifies a static state, a definitive termination. In contrast to mortals,
Ahora se ponen
Titans
filosóficos
exist
por algún
on
motivo.
a grander scale of space and time, thus elongating their passage into death. The notion of their fall is but a misinterpretation born of mortal ignorance.
Ah, an intriguing concept, albeit challenging to substantiate.
Es tartamudo, le han dado, le han dado un
Kefali
tono
has
tartamudo a este hombre.
maintained
Sí,
a
¿no?
profound silence ever since the era
Pero
of
esos parones, o sea,
while
esos parones
scholars
no
and
interpreto si son por
priests
nerviosismo o
have
por
conveyed the
tartamudeo.
message of the gods' imminent fall.
Yo diría que es por tartamudeo, ¿no?
Perhaps the gods, in their arrogance, deemed it beneath them to reveal their perspectives to mortals.
Could you elaborate on your statement?
Circes, the kin of the Sky Father as recounted in myths, now resides within my brain. Were I to inquire, Kefali would have no cause to refuse.
Oh,
That very well could be true. But what if the world-bearing Titan still chooses to remain silent?
In that case, the myths crafted by the people of Amphorius are nothing more than pitiful jests.
It's worth a try. I believe, and I'd love to witness
Sí, es
the fruits of
tartamudeo.
your theory and the change it may bring to this imperiled world. Because I completely concur with you on this aspect. If the Titan has indeed met their end, any response from them would be impossible.
Cinemática.
Please, Professor.
Ahí ha obtenido su respuesta, tal vez.
the children of humanity have indeed created a spectacle.
Welcome to Dawn Cloud. The atmosphere here carries a greater sense of solemnity than the mundane clamor of the Marmorial Palace, with entry permitted only to the invited. Only esteemed beings grace this place, and among them I've received priests, scholars, warriors, and now we even have the honor to be
En espíritu, al
in
menos.
presence of a Titan. Oh, what a
Coño.
joyous occasion.
Ya digo, no me fío, ¿eh?
Once deemed a blasphemer,
Algo
now
hay
assert
en su tono que no me
revered
convence.
divinity. The honor should rightfully be mine, shouldn't it?
I'll notify Kindness and the others of your arrival. Kindly wait for a moment. A soldier will be here to guide you shortly. In the meanwhile, you're welcome to explore the vicinity, but kindly remain within the guard's view. Delaying the crucial meeting is something none of us wish to see, I presume.
I'm well aware of Kindness's methods. There's no need to emphasize that.
As you wish. Your cooperation is
De
much
hecho, es que su
appreciated.
estilo es como muy fuera de lugar, ¿no? O sea, quiero decir, Ampharus es como muy en plan
Alas,
griego, tú no sé qué, no sé
I
cuánto, pero
hoped
su
for a
estilo es como
brilliant plan from you, but it turns out you
demasiado...
just let one cage to enter another.
Bueno, sí, puede ser, me está recordando una
Save your
pelis, la verdad.
concerns. I know very well
Ese
what
estilo
I'm doing.
mecánico sí que es cierto que creo que se tenía en cuenta en la época,
I shall depart to explore the
al
surroundings
menos en los
then.
mitos.
Now that I look around, I wonder if there are any murals bearing my portrait around here. I'm quite intrigued to see how the children of humanity beyond the grove perceive another Titan.
Tócate los huevos, la
Off
curiosidad
you
que tiene.
go. I won't be joining you. This Titan appears to be quite at ease. I should investigate the Council of Elders' recent activities first.
Be aware, I can hear you
Claro, está
perfectly
dentro de su
well from
cabeza ese
here.
plan de... Eso está... Estaba pensando eso, digo, creo que te va a oír los pensamientos. O sea, es lo que justamente estaba pensando, digo, te va a oír los pensamientos, está dentro de tu cabeza. Bueno, nuevo farmeo, nueva zona, como siempre, así que bueno, vamos a intentar un poco, según investigamos, ver un poquito, a ver, la zona. No es muy grande, ¿no? No es muy... Retiro lo dicho, es grande. Es un tantito grande. O sea, madre mía. Vale, hay dos. Hay otro cofre. Pasear por los alrededores antes de que llegue el mensajero. Vale, me pide que vaya ahora por aquí a la derecha. Pero luego me pide... Bueno, vale, podemos ir a los dos sitios, ¿no? Por lo que parece. Vamos a hacer este primero. Entiendo que tengo que hacer los dos. Vale, hay un puzzle.
Even blasphemous scholars can come here, it seems.
Looks like my presence here is quite unwelcome.
¿Por qué será?
Anaxagoras, I thought that you had died to the Black Tide, just like the other scholars.
As Kephales's priest, are you not aware of the decorum of respecting the dead?
Joder, buen zasca.
Surely you
Buen
jest.
zasca le acaba de meter.
You blasphemous heretics are not worthy of respect from the Supreme Being.
Un ser supremo.
Let me remind you that you're currently in Dawn Cloud, so you'd better keep your deranged language to yourself. I am no longer that altar servant from years ago, who could only acquiesce to the commands of others. Now, I have plenty of ways to deal with people like you.
I'm not sure
Joder,
whether
con la
I should
rana.
laugh or cry right now. I can't believe that a follower such as you could have been made by a creation titan. As I see it, a dead titan can't provide you with this level of confidence, right? Then who is it exactly? Could it be kindness?
You.
Ya digo, me está gustando mucho el tono inglés.
Seeing how fond of you Elder Kindness is, I shall let that slide for now. Leave immediately, and don't impede us from receiving the Supreme Being's blessings.
Seeing as we were able to hear of this matter from the mouths of others, it seems that kindness is indeed quite sincere toward us. Perhaps this affair will proceed smoother than I had anticipated.
Oh my, what a thrilling confrontation. As expected of one of Kephales's followers.
Are you praising or insulting him?
Praising him, of course. As a believer of the God of Deliverance, it is only natural that he
Pero que está el mal.
detests evil.
Didn't you hear me? I asked you to leave. Go as far away from here as possible. Don't mutter to yourself like some sort of madman and disturb my meditation.
Claro, nadie puede ver a Cerces. O sea, van a pensar que está hablando solo. Vamos a hacer esto ya que estoy aquí. Hostia. Vale, muy facilito. Es muy facilito este. Hostia, pues a lo mejor no. A ver, espérate. No puedo girarlos, ¿no? No. Ahí está.
Intricate weaving, nothing left to chance. An abundant fragrance, worthy
Y
of
siguen dando morados, Sigo insistiendo. Amphoros para mí es una puta simulación. O sea, es en plan de estamos dentro de un programa. O sea, porque a mí que las puñeteras ninfas estas tengan los simbolitos estos, es en plan... No es casualidad. Vale, ahora... Son dos cualidades distintas. Son dos zonas distintas. Sigo preguntándome para qué es exactamente las reparaciones estas.
Professor Anaxa? Word has it that the scholars of the Grove valiantly perished resisting the Black Tide. To find you here safe and sound, thank the Fates.
You could say it's the Fates toying with us.
It's only the Crimnoans and Idonians who chase glory through death. But your survival is a victory in itself. I'd settle for that gladly. So, are you here to report the incident to the Council? I heard that after the Black Tide devoured the Grove, Akama would be next in line, even with the demigod of strife standing alongside humankind.
Tell me, how much does the Council of Elders know about the Black Tide?
Realmente la marea oscura tampoco sabemos muy bien lo que es, ¿no? O sea, quiero decir, sí, sabemos que está ahí, nos hemos enfrentado a ella donde los eruditos, pero realmente como que no sabemos lo que es, ¿no?
Yet, when the Crown Prince ascended to godhood and repelled the Black Tide, she immediately altered her tune, declaring that all was resolved beyond Akama, with the only remaining menace now being Aglaya and her adherents. They might well make their move at the upcoming Citizens' Assembly.
No surprises there, those shifty opportunists. Thank you for your honesty, virtuous student.
Being an opportunist could very well be a facet of wisdom.
Shouldn't you be searching for murals of yourself? I've had enough of your prattling.
Se llevan a matar,
I was really curious to see how you would find the middle ground between both factions, so I came to listen in. But it seems as though this kindness is much more ruthless than Aglaya. If so, why do you want to work with her? Could it be that perhaps you've decided to readily surrender this hollow shell of yours? Just because you feel like death is fast approaching?
I'm afraid you'll be sorely disappointed if that's what you truly think. I've had enough of this. Could the 15th entry hour arrive any faster?
Se quiere morir ya. O sea, joder, la madre que lo parió. Se quiere morir ya.
Oh, my. Could it be that the great tree painted in this mural is actually depicting me?
Hombre, a ver, técnicamente hablando, se te ha representado con un árbol. Estabas representada con un árbol. O sea, es en plan de...
Plant, every tendril, no, even every leaf could be the embodiment of Circe's.
Eruditos en
As a
debate.
result, mere mortals who did not know what the Titan actually looked like chose to paint them as a giant tree instead. Their wisdom was portrayed as fruit, to symbolize how they shared their knowledge equally among the masses. Such exquisiteness indeed.
This mural is quite abstract.
poco abstracto, joder.
I really can't tell whether you are praising or demeaning yourself. Now I'm quite curious whether the Reason Titan has studied figures of speech before.
Of course I find such stylistic devices interesting. For all we know, this could be the answer to the question, what exactly are we?
¿Eh?
I, for one, am not willing to admit that I could look this ugly.
Was this the reason why you failed in your attempt to refine my soul when you were ambushed at the Grove?
Since you are aware of this, why did you save me back then?
Hombre, yo creo que no tenía
From my
otra.
perspective, this point alone was enough to separate you from the average person.
How do two lunatics coexist in the same brain?
Therefore, it seems that your journey to Dawn-Cloud this time is not just to seek protection. What, then, is the intention behind your actions?
The entire plan is stored in my memory. So why don't you look there?
Then don't mind if I do. 1 year old? 2 years old? Oh my! Even a member of the preeminent 7 sages must hug his Dromastal to sleep? How interesting.
¿Qué cojones? Hola. Está mirando el recording pirul. O sea...
How unusual. Your soul is actually trembling. This must mean that behind this toy hides a secret that nobody knows, right?
Cojones.
Since our days are both numbered, I don't mind telling you more about it. This is a present that my sister gave to me. It's a doll that was made to look like our family pet.
So there are other members in your family, eh? Are they also living in Akama?
Don't you just love to pick through my brain? Go on, continue flipping through my memories.
Joder, menos mal que se iba a sinceridad un poco.
It won't take long. You'll discover the answer when you reach the memories of when I was 5.
Oh, the black tide is everywhere. I can't bear to look.
What?
When I was young, I couldn't accept this outcome either. Georios, Aquila, Kefali, and you, of course. Although I prayed to every titan that I could think of for help, my efforts were ultimately futile.
This... Could this be the inception of your research into alchemy?
¿Le ha dado miedo? ¿Tristeza?
Everything started from that verdant courtyard of yours. When I was pursuing my education there, I naturally also came to learn of Thelesis' theory as well.
Oh, I remember that person. He was the one to come up with the concept of souls, right?
Not only that, he also believed that life, as well as the composition, movement, and transformation of matter, all stem from souls themselves. This is why I thought that, since all living things stemmed from the same origin, why could I not sacrifice myself in order to resurrect my nearest and dearest?
Anaxa, you...
Epidocles.
I did it, teacher.
La imagen, por favor.
But this is absolute blasphemy. Regardless of how much freedom the Grove provides, such an act could cause you to be burned at the pyre.
What?
Your beloved, where is she now? Send her away from the Grove at once, to a place where nobody will ever be able to find her. Otherwise, the both of us will be judged by the Council of the 7 Sages.
¿Cómo?
Calm down, teacher. My sister, she's still not in the mortal realm, even to this day.
What do you mean?
It was naive of me to think that I could snatch the deceased from Thanatos' grip by merely sacrificing one eye.
Se sacrificó un ojo. O sea, por eso lleva o sea, el ojo que le falta se lo sacrificó por alquimia.
All I received for that price was but an opportunity to see her for one final time. Nothing more.
Let it go, Anaxa. As one of my best students, I cannot watch you go down the wrong path without doing anything to stop it. Never do something taboo ever again. Don't disappoint the deceased, and never harm yourself. If you can do that, this classroom will still be yours, and you'll have a chance to live out your own life.
Since I was able to see her one last time, I have no other desires. You're right, teacher. It's time for me to start a new life.
I am sincerely glad for you, child. Now then, what topic would you like to study?
A ver, ¿con qué salta?
I wish to continue Thalesis' research.
Continue the research into souls, but you know that the Grove has long since understood his philosophy like the back of their hands. Even if you continue digging into this subject, your efforts will likely be futile.
No, teacher. After my fleeting glimpse of the deathly fog, I finally understood a single truth. Since ancient days, our understanding of the souls is but the tip of the iceberg. I may have lost an eye, but my view of the world has become clearer than ever. I have grasped the truth with my bare hands. Watch as I turn this farcical world upside down.
Joder, la traducción se puede tomar muy literal.
Who would have thought such a secret lay concealed beneath that hefty eye patch of yours? However, this story doesn't seem to be connected to your plan. In fact, I'd say that they aren't related at all.
The answer lies within the tale. If even you cannot understand it, perhaps you should relinquish the divinity of reason to me. After all, it'd be a waste for you to hold on to it.
Así por la puta.
My story ends here. Now it's time for you to tell me your secret. After all, this is what equivalent exchange means, correct?
As expected, you laid a trap for me to step into. Unfortunately, even if I was willing to talk about my past,
Ya no lo
I may
conozcas
not
tanto
know
como tú.
more about it than you do.
What?
Oh? Are you saying that the renowned Reason Titan is now admitting a lack of wisdom? Your followers are going to be sorely disappointed by this.
Child of humanity, remember this. Being cognizant of one's ignorance is the greatest wisdom of all.
Now I understand. No wonder you asked me to answer your random, nonsensical questions.
Not only that, you're the only one who can shed light on my query. As the saying goes, onlookers see most clearly.
Eso es verdad.
Is that so?
Esa frase es muy cierta, ¿eh?
Lord Anaxa. I saw you muttering to yourself and was wondering whether you were caught in a delirium of reflective thought. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but time is of the essence. I have a message from Lord Lygus. Lady Kindness has met up with the Council of Elders and is awaiting your arrival. So please depart forthwith.
It's finally time.
¿Qué coño tiene pensado hacer?
Carefully. The one who created the world, and the one who bears the world. If you truly have not met your end, how will you answer the challenges of those who defy you?
I didn't expect you to agree to Lady Kindness's invitation. What a wonderful turn of events. To tell you the truth, there are many people who hold grudges against that Lady Goldweaver.
Isn't that the dromas draped in finery?
Avoid his gaze. I don't acquaint myself with blasphemers.
Don't worry. He's too full of pride to pay us any attention.
Sí,
Your
prestaros atención,
nickname
pero
is
otra cosa es
Dromas as
oír.
well? You must really like those creatures.
No sé cómo tomarme esa risa, Vale, ¿para dónde tenemos que ir? Ah, vale, de frente. A ver. Vale, es solamente vertical. Ahí. Hay algunos que también van en horizontal.
Of Empedocles? I hear that his views run counter to the Venerationists.
This is what being a scholar is about. A collision of ideas only occurs when there are differences in beliefs, and it is such collisions that lead to progress.
Lord Lygus and Lady Kindness are just ahead.
Vale.
I'll take my leave for now.
Vamos allá.
Welcome to the Demigod Council, esteemed
vale.
guests.
Bienvenidos al Consejo de Semidiosos.
Lord Anaxagoras, I've heard so much about you. Head of the Nusporists of the Grove of Epiphany, notorious blasphemer, a Chrysos heir who bears Circe's core flame, a survivor of the Grove calamity. Did I miss anything? Well, if so, please be so kind as to enlighten me.
Since Lady Kindness is already well acquainted with me, I won't waste any effort introducing myself again. But then again, perhaps the customs are different here. Back in my hometown, there is a form of etiquette known as honoring guests. The host will welcome their guest with warm hospitality by treating them to fine wine and a cozy bed. And yet, ever since I arrived, I have not been welcomed with warm courtesy or ceremonial gifts. Instead, I am met with intense scrutiny.
A ver.
Even more absurd, the host has sharpened their blade and instructed their servants to lie in wait in the shadows. Perhaps you intend to cut open my heart, retrieve the core flame, and then hold a grand feast for all of the guests.
Joder, nos ha quedado corto.
Everyone, stand down.
Ah, claro, por eso ese plano. Es que había alguien ahí de seguridad.
Used to the stench of avarice and blood.
No need to be humble, my lord. From my perspective, your courage and gumption are worthy of the reputation of the Seven Sages. Your bravery is more than adequate to accomplish our perilous endeavor.
So, you wish to start a war?
Well, since the Chrysos heirs are calling for war, we will respond in kind. Conflict is inevitable. Since Aglaya endeavors to suppress the virtuous commoners with blood of gold, we will not hesitate to display the rights and mettle the citizens of Akima are so entitled to. As to your question of whether peace is still a viable option, well, to that I can only say this. Everything hinges on the next citizens' assembly and whether they have a sudden epiphany amid the clamor of the masses. And since you, as a Chrysos heir, accepted our invitation, you have indeed given us a glimmer of hope.
What brazen arrogance. What you're saying right now is worlds apart from what you were saying before you retired your cleaners.
I don't deny it. After all, they're responsible for
Se puede
cleaning up
traducir
any
como
threats,
purificadores,
and
esa
just a
palabra.
moment ago, you were on the side of the Chrysos heirs. But now that you're an ally of ours, we can continue talking somewhere else. As you know, these walls have ears.
¿Qué paredes? Si estamos en un
I
patio.
was fortunate enough to have the
O sea-
opportunity to discuss a treatise about the Venerationists with your teacher, Empedocles.
O sea, literalmente, ¿qué paredes? O
Yet,
sea,
it seems you subscribe to the Nusporists instead, Lord Anaxa. I've heard that this school of thought is one with many detractors.
It's normal for ideas to have supporters and dissenters.
entiendo que
Just
vamos a
like
ir
how
ahí
there
a
are two
la...
types of people in
a
this
la yesca.
world. Geniuses and dimwits.
Ya decía yo.
Welcome back to the hub of the Demigod Council, Lord Anaxagoras. Surely you remember that countless eloquent orators have stood in this spot before and emerged victorious by stoking public sentiment with their words. And yet there have also been innumerable blasphemous philosophers who set themselves up for failure because they refused to defend their actions. This tiny stage is the most profound embodiment
Claro,
of
realmente estos son
Akama in
asientos.
centuries. In 15 days, this site shall also become the most important, as well as the final turning point in Akama's history. May the both of us carry out our duties with honor and lead the masses back toward the Erechrysia, a golden age with no death, strife, or trickery.
Oh my, 15 days and nights. That aligns perfectly with the
Qué
date of your
coincidencia
demise.
todo, ¿no? O sea,
Could such a coincidence truly exist?
realmente es una coincidencia triple en la reunión, en lo de Anaxa y encima lo del trazacaminos.
What strong conviction you have, as expected of the hero who dared to stand up to the Gold Weaver.
As expected, she misunderstands you.
That's enough, Lady Kindness. Dispense with the niceties. I only accepted your invitation so that I can serve the commoners alongside the members of the Council of Elders. Don't test my patience with such superfluous formalities.
Well, you say that now, but surely you also require my aid
Ese
as well.
chisteo no
So
va a
that
estar
you
en la
can
versión
stay
japonesa,
alive
seguro.
even when being pursued by the
Y dice
golden
mucho,
thread.
You worry too much. She won't show her hand too freely, as she still needs to garner support from the masses at the Citizens' Assembly.
Even someone like me can tell that only a sliver of her humanity remains. Surely you're not asserting that she will definitely act in a rational manner.
As you're no doubt aware, Aglaya covets the core flame that I possess, which makes it the bargaining chip that allows me and the rest of you to negotiate with her. However, in return, I'll need the Council of Elders to support me as much as possible. Naturally, this includes the guards as well. You're well aware how valuable Cersei's core flame will be in the Erechrysia that you are desperately pursuing.
¿Tienes algo que decir?
Talk is cheap, so you'd better act prudently as well.
I understand.
¿Se queda callada Cerces?
After all, this battle of wits is just a means for each party to acquire what they need. As long as your request is reasonable, the Council of Elders never shortchanges its allies. Since we're both intent on mutual cooperation, let's not mince words and just speak plainly to each other. Let us decide how much we can secure for ourselves and how much we're willing to sacrifice, like true philosophers, with our words and wisdom.
Hostia, ¿es de estos combates dialécticos?
Continuing from the earlier topic, let us discuss our common enemy, Aglaia. She is the second most experienced Chrysos heir across the whole of Akama, who has gradually lost her humanity to the ravages of time and the ablation of the core flame. Admittedly, there is ample reason for her to take your life. Yet your previous reasoning is quite sound. As a seasoned political animal, it's unclear whether she will actually cross that irreversible boundary. Moreover, she still needs you alive so that the Titan's trial can be completed. Is there anyone present who can swear by the sacred vow of Kefali and guarantee that you weren't in league with that woman before coming here? Are you just trying to pull the wool over our eyes and aid her in her savagery?
If Aglaia required a suitably intelligent Chrysos heir, then I'm the best fit for her needs. However, it's quite evident that she has no need for a Chrysos heir who could break free of her control at any time. Since I believe in neither Titans nor the prophecy,
no sé si estamos en este minijuego de diálogos y todo esto de sacar el comentario correcto o qué.
How would she ever accept a heretic such as me?
I understand what you mean. At the very least, the both of us agree that this tyrant who wallows in extravagance and greed is the greatest threat to achieving peace in Akama. The Council of Elders is willing to defend your right to live, just as we defend every oppressed citizen. However, I regret to say that sentiments in favor of the Chrysos heirs and Aglaia are only growing in magnitude. The peace that we are aspiring toward, as well as everything that we hold dear, will be destroyed completely. The city will be burned to ashes and the citizens'
Poca broma que lleva
blood will
muchas
be
horas,
shed.
realmente tampoco ha pasado tanto.
Tell me, what are you willing to do for our esteemed citizens so that they can vanquish the enemies of our fine city?
O sea, poca broma que llevamos 2 horas y realmente no ha pasado nada.
Although the circumstances are rather unfortunate from an objective point of view, it is an undeniable fact that ever since the Grove was attacked, I have become the de facto leader of the Grove. The Council of Elders needs more backing if it wishes to topple Aglaia, and it's evident that the Academy wields considerable influence. At the very least, I have served as the Grove's special envoy to Akama for a significant amount of time.
Sí, pero eso realmente
Of course,
no queda nada.
this also means that I will hold a crucial vote at the Citizens' Assembly.
In the name of Kefali, Akama thanks you for your sincere and valuable thoughts. At this stage, it's clear that you and I understand the benefits to be won from this discussion. Let me put it plainly. The Council of Elders has always been renowned for its fairness, and that fairness is built on a foundation of sincerity. The Council of Elders has vowed to all citizens of Akaba that it will always remain loyal to them. As for you, my lord, how will you guarantee that you will be able to live up to such earnestness and will not betray Akama's indomitable citizens when the opportunity presents itself? Just?
Surely you jest. My loyalty does not need to be proven.
¿Por qué me da a mí que
The
está jugando
fact
tres
that the
bandas?
Council of Elders is asking
O a
for
dos
proof
bandas,
of
no
my
sabría muy bien
loyalty
claro
is
cuántas son
itself
exactamente
akin
con
to a
él,
form
con él
of
incluyéndose,
betrayal.
pero bueno, quiero decir, ¿por qué me da la sensación de que se está
I am incredibly
metiendo
honored
ahí
to
por
have witnessed
Aglaya?
the both of you bury the hatchet in a civilized manner. However, I am afraid that I must interrupt for a brief moment. As the Theoros, I have observed the following. Lady Aglaya, the Goldweaver, is currently on her way to Dawncloud.
Oh. Well, I do believe that we might have a slight
Feeling dissatisfied, Lady Kindness? Despite the Council of Elders' lofty residence on Dawncloud, it must still tolerate the whims of the Chrysos heirs.
So you were holding back just now. Seems like you are better at playing this game than I. In any case, I'm glad that she's arriving here. So tell me, Anaxagoras, now that you're an ally of mine, if Aglaya were to demand that I hand you over, what should I do?
You can do as she says. Tell her that the Council of Elders merely wished to chat with me and had no intention of offending her. However, by doing so, the authority of the Council
O
of
sea,
Elders
es que no sé cómo
will be as
decirlo, o
thin
sea,
as papyrus
por los
that is
diálogos me da a
soaked
mí
in
como que
blood.
quiere ayudar a Aglaya, pero de forma
Not only
sutil.
can it be destroyed at the
O sea,
slightest
intentando
touch,
traicionarla. O sea,
but the
no,
Council
no
will
sé, o
also
sea...
lose possession of a valuable core flame. No, more like 2 core flames. After all, at the next Citizens' Assembly, that young lady who is synonymous with death will also be standing on our side.
También se pondrá de nuestro... ¿What?
How can you be
¿Castorice?
sure of that?
Is that of importance to you? All you need to know is that I have a plan. In my opinion, you should be more worried about the impending threat. If Aglaya can seize me in full view of the masses today, she could also dismiss the entire Council of Elders in one fell swoop tomorrow. If that happens, the discussion that we've just had will turn into an utter joke instead.
Una
Is
broma,
this the
literal.
outcome that you wish to see, Lady Kindness?
Fine. I will handle this matter appropriately. But you do best to remember this. Fool the people and karma will be on your tail. I'll overlook it this time, but don't count on there being a next time. Unless, of course, you crave cruel punishment and consider suffering the perfect state to ponder the true nature of souls.
En cuanto acabemos este acto, me voy a meter un momento que me voy a...
Well, what do you know? That happens to be one of my rare talents.
No creo que esté cerca de acabar, ¿eh? De hecho no creo que estemos
We
ni por la
shall see,
mitad.
then.
O sea, ya digo, llevamos 2 horas, poco menos tal vez de historia. Poco menos, tal vez
I've
1 hora y
gotta
media.
say that you've managed to really impress me again.
O sea, y es en plan de no ha pasado nada realmente. Sí, es que es cierto que se nos ha aclarado el tema del trazacaminos, pero... A Naxxas la verdad es que lo tengo muy inquieta el hecho de la opinión que tengo. O sea, es en plan de...
I mean, I'm the reason Titan after all. It is in me to ask and seek answers.
Easy there. You'll learn the answers soon enough. I didn't bring it up with her purely because she doesn't have the means to give me what I truly want. It's as they say, onlookers see most clearly. The true masters of Dawncloud have always been the Theoros, who watches over everything.
Vale. Deberían de estar a punto de anunciar cuánto dura la historia realmente.
An expected visitor. Welcome once again. You know, you could actually skip all the pointless debate and come straight to me to seek an audience with Kefali. I have no reason to refuse you. Do I?
You may not, but Kindness has. Whoever gets hold of Kefali's core flame will get to rule over Akama. She's wary of me, so naturally I had to gain her trust. I would say that debate was not at all pointless.
Very true.
No me fío nada, de Ligus. O sea, pero nada.
In my view, this individual has gone to great lengths to get close to Kefali. He might very well be plotting something nefarious against the Titan. Are you still willing to let him pass, knowing this?
Yes, very much so. All living creations are always free to visit Kefali's transcendent.
Ah, vale, se estaba refiriendo a Daxan, tú. O sea, por un momento he pensado que se refería a Ligus. Cerces. No, se está refiriendo a Daxan.
How convenient it is to be able to hear what they say.
It is truly my honor to speak.
A ver, yo ya digo, obviamente Hoyoverse ha hecho la historia planificada, de hecho toda la historia de Ampharus estará planificada ya, estarán los diálogos ya hechos y todo esto. O sea, por desgracia, aunque esta parte de la historia mucha gente se esté quejando del hecho de que es larga, de que se alarga, de que es muy lenta, etcétera, por desgracia ya está hecha. O sea, por mucho que te quejes, o sea, las historias a posteriori de Ampharus es las que van a lo mejor cambiar o retocar para que sean algo más fluidas, entre comillas, o sea...
Hear that? It's not every day that you get to climb a mountain with Circes. You should sing me a hymn of praise.
Un himno de baladas. Joder, mira que le gusta chinchar. Mira que le gusta chinchar, no jodas, tú. Vamos, hijo, un poco más rápido. Se le aceita las articulaciones. A ver, eso hay que decir que no hay excusa. O sea, eso sí que es cierto que tanto en Genshin como en el Honkai sí que es cierto que tendrían que meter el botón de skip. Porque yo, a ver, yo entiendo, yo hablo ya desde incluso un punto de loreplay. A mí me encanta esto, a mí me encanta leer los diálogos, me encanta enterarme de la historia. O sea, pero es en plan de, entiendo también a la gente que no le interese la historia, quiera gameplay y quiera avanzar, etcétera y tal. O sea, ya digo, hablo de las dos maneras, pero sí que es cierto que poner el botón de skip no le hace daño a nadie. O sea, tú no vas a dar al botón de skip por error. O sea, es en plan del botón de skip no está aquí en medio. O sea, el botón de skip está arriba y te pide la confirmación para hacer el skip. O sea, ese plan de nadie va a dar al botón de skip por error. O sea, poner el botón de skip no sería un problema. O sea, yo ya digo, yo entiendo las dos partes. Entiendo la parte que dice de que, obviamente, poner el botón de skip es... Y yo, personal, dentro de mí, opino lo mismo. Es en plan de, si pones un botón de skip, básicamente, todo el trabajo de esto, de los dobladores, de los actores que han puesto voz a los personajes, la interpretación, etcétera, los animadores en las cinemáticas y todo esto, literalmente les estás dando una patada en las pelotas. O sea, las cosas como son, yo lo siento, pero es mi opinión personal de dentro. O sea, es en plan de... ¿Poner el botón de skip hace daño? No hace daño a nadie, obviamente. El que quiera ver la historia y el que quiera interpretar la historia, la va a ver, obviamente. Pero coño, bajo mi punto de vista personal es que es en plan de despreciar un poco el trabajo que han hecho. Eso sí, hablo de historia principal, ya luego estas misiones secundarias donde está muteado todo y es una historia random, pero literalmente random, que literalmente no me estás contando nada. Tragarme texto por tragarme texto, pues tampoco es plan. O sea, es que también depende mucho del trabajo. Insisto. O sea, a mí poner un botón de skip en la historia principal, sí. Las cosas como son, sí, me parece desprestigiar el trabajo de los actores de voz, de los guionistas y de los animadores que hacen la cinemática. O sea, a mí me parece desprestigiarlos. me parece a mí que es desperdiciar ese trabajo que se ha hecho. Pero es eso, la historia de los becarios, la historia de los de misiones secundarias, que literalmente te están contando una historia total y absolutamente random, que puede ser un guiño a una historia real, a un mito, a un juego, etcétera. Puede ser un guiño y todo lo que tú quieras. Pero es en plan de esas historias random que literalmente me pones a lo mejor 15 o 20 textos contándome una historia que, seamos sinceros, no interesa a nadie ni te está contando nada relevante. Coño, el botón de skip ahí sí que tendría que estar. Ahí sí que tendrían que estar. Está pasando factura. También es verdad que con todas estas charlas estoy un poco a veces olvidándome de prestar atención a la historia, también digo. ¿Cómo? Si no es físico, si no tiene cuerpo físico.
Fine then. I guess I won't say any more. I'll just wait till your soul dissipates completely to gain control over your body.
Wait. Who is that? Cersei's?
¿Un recuerdo?
Hey, look at that.
Huh? What
Oh,
should I be looking
ella
at?
no la ve.
Am I hallucinating? Or do we even get to see souls when we're close to dying?
¿O son recuerdos de Cerdes? Ahora no lo ve. Estaba aquí. Vamos a pillar esto para correr un poquito más rápido. Vale, a ver. De hecho, ¿qué hora es? Realmente son las 2:30, tampoco es tan tarde. No sé, me apetecía un café. Vale, ve. ¿Quién está hablando?
Oh, why didn't you bring your favorite spear with you on this trip, Nias?
Traído tu arma favorita.
Nias. I know I've heard this name somewhere.
A mí me suena.
It's unfortunate. The black tide destroyed every last inch of my calyx.
How could that be?
No es
Even the
Cerces.
creation of Georios, from their prized ores and molten fire, couldn't escape the fate of destruction?
Hey, Cersei's. Do you know a certain Nias?
Nias? No, not that I remember. How did you even think up such a strange name?
What?
I just saw him. Nias. A warrior-like figure who was just chatting with you here.
No, I have no such memory. Could you be hallucinating?
This is a departed spirit?
Un poco raro todo esto. What? Café sin donas no es café. Estoy un poco a dieta estos días. El árbol de la derecha. Está viendo espíritus. Esto es para llamar al ascensor. Mira dónde hay una, tú. Pero eso es de la mano, eso es la mecánica de la mano, ¿verdad? Oh, otro.
You two again.
Enough about me. Did Kaos ever reply to you?
Caos.
Well, regrettably.
Seems like the price of becoming a demigod is a lot heftier than we thought.
Oh, creo que ya voy entendiendo.
Cows. Demigod. I've never heard of this person. Which Titan's authority did he inherit?
Look on the bright side, Nias. Since we've
El
come all this way, I
de la
doubt he'd
destrucción no se
snub
llamaba
his old
Kramus.
friends, would he?
Let's just hope we mean as much as the world to him.
Hey, are you seeing that same hallucination again?
Yes. It's still you and Nias, but you're now talking about a certain Kaos. I'm guessing he's one of your companions?
Kaos? This name sounds just as strange to me.
Otra vez, lo mismo.
Never mind. I think I know what this is about. If things are as I thought, then they aren't hallucinations,
Recuerdos del pasado.
but the souls of people.
Ah, no. What? ¿Por qué se parece a ella?
If those are the souls of the dead, then what am I?
Beats me. For all I know, you're just an illusion I conjured up in my dying moments. Let's just keep going. As long as I take in more sights and hear more stories.
Know your limits. Wander too far among the dead, and even I might not be able to save you.
I'm fine.
No, mis cojones, estás bien, pero bueno.
If this is indeed as I thought, then this will be very amusing.
Hostia, ¿cómo llego? ¿Cómo llego a esa?
A gentle texture and a fine craftsmanship.
Un niño ahora. Aquí hay otra. Ah, mira, ahí está la... Joder, pues si te puedes mover por toda esta zona con la mano, tiene huevos, ¿eh? Vale. Otro más.
Can you keep going?
Of course. I'm just...
Demasiadas escaleras, ¿no?
If I knew we had to climb a mountain, I wouldn't have come along with you.
I guess this also counts as one aspect of the world-bearing burden. If Amphorius does have a next life, you may want to get your body in shape.
Keep your sarcasm to yourself.
I'm not getting anything of value from them.
I would sooner throw myself off this cliff and hit rock bottom than exercise even a little. I am Calypso of the eminent Seven Sages, after all. Training would make me no different from those Helcalithist barbarians.
Calypso.
¿No se presentó ella como Calypso?
A member of the Grove?
¿Cerces no se presentó ante nosotros por primera vez como Calypso? Cuando la conocimos en el Soto. Sí, no, se presentó como Calypso, ¿verdad? Me suena a mí que sí.
No, she can't be. I would know her name if she really were one of the Seven Sages.
Ya, pero uno de los 7 de hace cuándo.
Hey, Circes. Does the name Calypso ring a bell?
Ese...
Circes? They're gone. Doesn't matter. I can do this myself. Looks like I'm nearly
Qué
there
puntual
now.
para irse, ¿no?
The land of the dead.
Oh, beautiful old world. Where are you now? Oh, legendary era Chrysia, return to the mortal realm. Splendid gods once walked the
Es Cerces quien está
paths we
hablando.
walk. Alas, all that's left of that warmth is a hazy mirage.
Why are you chanting that too?
Hostia, sí que nos hemos acercado a la torre, ¿sí? Bueno, a la torre, a la estatua.
We're here, finally. So, I don't get to ask the Titan my question, but all of you make for a pleasant surprise, nonetheless. Very well then, let me uncover the truth for myself.
Se nos desplomó.
Did I still fail to make it in time? So, I'm back here again. This is...
No es ni el inframundo, ni el
I
Estigia.
can hear it. I hear it from the depths of the tides, behind the closed doors of the void world. A voice ready to tell me something. This time, the voice is a lot clearer than before.
Hostia, otra vez estos.
Since we've come this far, let's just wait.
Lord Nias and Miss Calypso, are you both here to visit Chaos too?
¿Astorice?
Yes, and we've been waiting for quite some time now.
Regrettably, he hasn't answered us. The worst-case scenario is that he's already been overwhelmed and crushed by the world-bearing burden.
Están hablando, son
You're
titanes,
thinking, Lord Nias. I can still sense Chaos' soul in the area. And besides, we both know Chaos' nature. A deliverer like him wouldn't fall so readily, much less give up on all that he holds dear. Isn't that so?
Yes. I have faith in him.
That reminds me. Why are you making this trip alone, Polixia?
Oh, my sister needs more time to make sure the flowers are fine.
Such a pity. Both of you have hearts kinder than anyone else. Yet you are born only to take over Thanatos' divinity.
Everything that I see and hear this time has left me shaken to the core. What may seem like a mundane conversation is in truth a once-in-a-lifetime exchange that has revealed the ultimate answer to Cersei's question. The conjecture has taken shape and must now be solidified into a theorem. Next, I only need to seek verification from Kefali. By doing so, I can answer Cersei's
O sea,
question.
no tengo
and reclaim
claro
my
si
body.
son titanes o son semidioses.
But no, I will not do that. That isn't important. Because another one of
Es que
my
claro, Cersei se
conjectures,
presentó como Calipso,
one
si mal
that
no
I have
recuerdo.
always dreamed of proving, has been proved right this very instant. Fusing a mortal soul with that of a Titan to replace said Titan is not a ludicrous idea after